Article 210.12b of the National Electrical Code requires arc fault circuit interrupter, or AFCI, protection for all 120 volts, 15 amps and 20 amps branch circuits supplying outlets or devices installed in dwelling units for specific purposes. These purposes include family rooms, dining rooms, living rooms, parlors, libraries, dens, bedrooms, sunrooms, recreation rooms, closets, hallways, laundry areas, utility rooms, bathrooms and kitchens. Articles 210.60 and 210.52 define a dwelling unit as a single unit providing complete, independent living facilities for one or more persons, including permanent provisions for living, sleeping, eating, cooking, and sanitation. A kitchenette is a small kitchen typically found in a non-residential building, such as a hotel room or office. It usually includes a sink, small refrigerator, and limited cooking appliances like a microwave or toaster oven. Based on the code and definitions, AFCI protection is required for all outlets and devices in a dwelling unit that are intended for the purposes listed in Article 210.12b. This encompasses all rooms within the unit, irrespective of whether they have a kitchenette. However, there are exceptions. AFCI protection is not required for outlets and devices installed in unfinished basements, crawl spaces, or attics. It is also not required for outlets and devices intended for the connection of major appliances such as refrigerators, ranges, and dishwashers, or for outlets and devices installed in commercial kitchens. Whether a plug-in/C heater requires AFCI protection depends on its location. If it is plugged into an outlet in a room that requires AFCI protection, such as a bedroom, then the heater will also require AFCI protection. Conversely, if it is plugged into an outlet in a non-required area, like a basement, AFCI protection is not necessary. In summary, AFCI protection is generally a requirement for all rooms in a dwelling unit, including those with a kitchenette, with the exceptions noted. AFCI protection is not required for outlets and devices intended for major appliances or those installed in non-required areas. A plug-in/C heater requires AFCI protection if used in a room where AFCI protection is mandated. Therefore, when installing or inspecting electrical systems in dwelling units, it is crucial to understand these AFCI requirements to ensure compliance with the National Electrical Code and enhance electrical safety. It is important to note that while the National Electrical Code provides a baseline for electrical safety, local jurisdictions may have additional requirements or amendments. It is always advisable to consult with local electrical codes and regulations to ensure full compliance. Additionally, electrical work should only be performed by qualified and licensed electricians to prevent hazards and ensure proper installation. AFCI devices are designed to detect arc faults, which are dangerous electrical conditions that can lead to fires. These devices quickly interrupt the circuit when an arc fault is detected, reducing the risk of electrical fires. There are two main types of AFCIs. Firstly, branch circuit AFCIs, which protect the entire branch circuit. Secondly, combination AFCIs, which provide both branch circuit and outlet circuit protection. The National Electrical Code typically requires the use of combination AFCIs for most applications in dwelling units to provide enhanced protection. When selecting AFCI devices, it is important to choose products that are listed and labeled by a recognized testing laboratory such as Underwriters Laboratories or Intertech. This ensures that the devices have been tested and meet the applicable safety standards. Proper installation of AFCI devices is crucial for their effective operation. AFCI should be installed by qualified electricians in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and the National Electrical Code. Additionally, AFCIs should be tested regularly to ensure that they are functioning correctly. The test button on the AFCI device can be used to simulate an arc fault and verify that the device trips as intended. If an AFCI device trips frequently, it may indicate a problem with the electrical circuit. In such cases, it is important to investigate the cause of the tripping and address any underlying issues. Common causes of AFCI tripping include faulty wiring, damaged appliances, and overloaded circuits. In some cases, nuisance tripping may occur due to electrical noise or other factors. However, it is important to rule out any potential hazards before assuming that the tripping is a nuisance. When troubleshooting AFCI tripping, it is advisable to consult with a qualified electrician who can diagnose and resolve the issue safely and effectively. In addition to AFCIs, ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are another important safety device used in electrical systems. GFCIs are designed to protect against electrical shock by detecting ground faults, which occur when electricity flows through an unintended path to ground. The National Electrical Code requires GFCIs in various locations, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas, where there is a higher risk of electrical shock. Both AFCIs and GFCIs play a crucial role in enhancing electrical safety in dwelling units. AFCIs protect against electrical fires, while GFCIs protect against electrical shock. By understanding the requirements for these devices and ensuring their proper installation and maintenance, homeowners and electricians can help prevent electrical hazards and create a safer living environment. Furthermore, regular electrical inspections are recommended to identify any potential safety issues and ensure that the electrical system is in good working order. A qualified electrical inspector can assess the condition of the wiring, outlets, and other electrical components and recommend any necessary repairs or upgrades. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility, and it is important for everyone to be aware of the potential hazards and take steps to prevent accidents. By following the National Electrical Code and other safety guidelines, homeowners and electricians can help create a safer electrical environment for themselves and others. Remember to always turn off the power before working on any electrical circuits. Use properly insulated tools and equipment, and never work on electrical systems in wet or damp conditions. If you are not comfortable working on electrical systems, it is always best to call a qualified electrician. They have the knowledge, skills, and experience to perform electrical work safely and effectively. Continuing our discussion on AFCI protection, let's delve deeper into specific scenarios and considerations. In dwelling units, the National Electrical Code provides clear guidelines on where AFCI protection is mandatory. These requirements are primarily based on the type of room and the potential hazards associated with electrical circuits in those areas. As previously mentioned, Article 210.12b outlines the specific locations where AFCI protection is required for 120 volts, 15 amps and 20 amps branch circuits. These include family rooms, dining rooms, living rooms, parlors, libraries, dens, bedrooms, sunrooms, recreation rooms, closets, hallways, laundry areas, utility rooms, bathrooms, and kitchens. The rationale behind these requirements is to mitigate the risk of electrical fires caused by arc faults in these areas. Arc faults can occur due to various factors such as damaged wiring, loose connections, or faulty appliances. These faults can generate heat and ignite nearby combustible materials, leading to a fire. AFCIs are designed to detect these arc faults and quickly interrupt the circuit, preventing a fire from starting. While the National Electrical Code provides a comprehensive list of locations where AFCI protection is required, there may be some ambiguity in certain situations. For example, consider a multi-purpose room that serves as both a living room and a dining room. In such cases, it is generally recommended to provide AFCI protection for all outlets and devices in the room, as it falls under both categories. Similarly, if a room is used as both a bedroom and a home office, AFCI protection should be provided for all outlets and devices in the room. Another area of consideration is the use of extension cords and power strips. While extension cords and power strips can be convenient, they can also pose a safety hazard if not used properly. Overloading extension cords or power strips can lead to overheating and potentially cause an arc fault. Therefore, it is important to use extension cords and power strips safely and avoid overloading them. It is also recommended to use extension cords and power strips that are equipped with surge protection to protect against voltage spikes and surges. In addition to the specific locations mentioned in Article 210.12b, there may be other areas in a dwelling unit where AFCI protection is beneficial. For example, some homeowners choose to install AFCI protection for all branch circuits in their homes, regardless of whether it is required by the National Electrical Code. This provides an extra layer of protection against electrical fires and can enhance the overall safety of the home. When installing AFCI protection, it is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions and the National Electrical Code. AFCI should be installed by qualified electricians who have the knowledge and experience to perform the work safely and effectively. Additionally, AFCI should be tested regularly to ensure that they are functioning correctly. The test button on the AFCI device can be used to simulate an arc fault and verify that the device trips as intended. If an AFCI device trips frequently, it may indicate a problem with the electrical circuit. In such cases, it is important to investigate the cause of the tripping and address any underlying issues. Common causes of AFCI tripping include faulty wiring, damaged appliances, and overloaded circuits. In some cases, nuisance tripping may occur due to electrical noise or other factors. However, it is important to rule out any potential hazards before assuming that the tripping is a nuisance. When troubleshooting AFCI tripping, it is advisable to consult with a qualified electrician who can diagnose and resolve the issue safely and effectively. Remember that electrical safety is paramount, and it is always best to err on the side of caution. If you are unsure about any aspect of AFCI protection or electrical safety, consult with a qualified electrician who can provide guidance and assistance. By understanding the requirements for AFCI protection and taking steps to ensure its proper installation and maintenance, homeowners and electricians can help prevent electrical fires and create a safer living environment. Also, consider the advancements in AFCI technology. Newer AFCIs are designed with improved detection algorithms to minimize nuisance tripping while still providing reliable protection against arc faults. These advanced AFCIs can differentiate between harmless electrical noise and actual arc faults, reducing the likelihood of unnecessary interruptions. When upgrading or replacing AFCIs, it is worth considering these newer models to enhance both safety and convenience. Another important aspect to consider is the coordination between AFCIs and other protective devices, such as surge protective devices, or SPDs. SPD are designed to protect against voltage surges, which can damage electronic equipment and potentially cause electrical fires. It is important to ensure that AFCIs and SPD are properly coordinated to provide comprehensive protection against both arc faults and voltage surges. This coordination typically involves selecting SPD that are compatible with the AFCIs and installing them in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and the National Electrical Code. In addition to AFCIs and GFCIs, smoke detectors are another essential safety device for dwelling units. Smoke detectors are designed to detect smoke and provide an early warning of a fire. The National Electrical Code requires smoke detectors in various locations, such as bedrooms, hallways, and near sleeping areas. It is important to test smoke detectors regularly and replace the batteries at least once a year. Smoke detectors should also be replaced every 10 years, as their effectiveness may diminish over time. The combination of AFCIs, GFCIs, and smoke detectors provides a comprehensive safety net for dwelling units, protecting against electrical fires, electrical shock, and smoke inhalation. By understanding the requirements for these devices and ensuring their proper installation and maintenance, homeowners and electricians can significantly reduce the risk of electrical hazards and create a safer living environment. Furthermore, regular electrical safety inspections are crucial for identifying potential hazards and ensuring that the electrical system is in good working order. A qualified electrical inspector can assess the condition of the wiring, outlets, and other electrical components and recommend any necessary repairs or upgrades. These inspections can help detect hidden problems that may not be apparent to the untrained eye, such as damaged wiring, loose connections, or overloaded circuits. Electrical safety is an ongoing process, and it is important to stay informed about the latest codes, standards, and technologies. By continuously learning and adapting to new developments, homeowners and electricians can help create a safer electrical environment for themselves and others. Finally, always remember to prioritize safety when working with electricity. Turn off the power before working on any electrical circuits. Use properly insulated tools and equipment, and never work on electrical systems in wet or damp conditions. If you are not comfortable working on electrical systems, it is always best to call a qualified electrician. They have the knowledge, skills, and experience to perform electrical work safely and effectively. By following these safety guidelines, you can help prevent electrical accidents and ensure a safe electrical environment for yourself and others.